Hey, third grade. Today for our lesson, we're going to be making fraction strips, okay? So we've talked about fractions earlier on in the school year, and now we're going to be bringing them back. And so today we're going to start by making fraction strips, and then I'm going to be showing you where you can get your fractions, the manipulatives virtually. And also, we're going to be using these for the next couple of days because we're going to continue talking about fractions. We're going to be finding fractions that are equivalent. For example, 1/2 and 2/4 are equivalent fractions. And then we're going to be comparing fractions and determining which one is greater than or less than, okay? So what you need for today's activity is you need a pair of scissors. All right. If you don't have a pair of scissors, you can do this without scissors. You're going to have to be a lot more careful. And then you need 2 pieces of paper. At the beginning of the school year, you guys were given scissors. You guys were given a backpack full of school supplies. So these are things that you guys should still have. And I am just using plain white printer paper, but you guys can use construction paper if you have construction paper. And then I also have 6 different colors of pens. If your paper that you're going to be using is going to be the same color, having different colors might be beneficial, but again, you do not have to have different colors. It's just something that I want to do to help me, okay? So I'm going to minimize this, and then I'm going to be showing you how we're going to be making these fraction strips. All right, so what you're going to start off by doing is getting your piece of paper, all right, and you're going to be folding it into thirds. And you just kind of fold it over like a burrito, okay? And then just push down. All right. So now when you open it up, you have 3 different parts, and then you're going to cut those 3 parts. All right, so I have cut my 3 parts, so now I have, oh, that just got really blurry. Okay, so now I have 3 parts, and I'm going to do the same thing with this piece of paper. I'm going to fold it into thirds, and I'm just going to kind of fold a little bit and fold, and they kind of meet. They kind of fold themselves together. I'm trying to get it to where you can see that, so it looks like that inside your little burrito or hot dog, however you want to call it. And then I'm just going to push down, and again, I'm going to open it up. I've got 3 parts, and I'm going to cut. I'm going to cut along that fold that we just did. All right, so now I have 6 different pieces of, or 6 different strips of paper. And I'm going to start off by labeling my fractions. Okay, so these are going to become our fraction pieces or our fraction bars. The first one that we're going to have is going to be 1 whole. Okay, so that's the first piece that you're going to label is 1 whole. All right. The next piece that you're going to label, you're just going to take your piece of paper, and I have 1 piece of paper here. I have 1 piece of paper here, and I'm just going to fold it in half. Okay? So I have folded my piece of paper in half, as you can see there, and I'm going to get a new color of pen or marker or crayon or color pencil, whatever you're using. For this one, I'm going to use blue. I'm going to draw a line down the middle, and I'm going to write 1/2 and 1/2. I'm also going to write it in words. Okay? So I have it in number form, and then I also have it written in word form. Okay? So there's 1 whole, there's your halves. All right? The next one that you're going to take is going to be another piece of paper. And you're going to do kind of the same thing that you did when we were folding it into thirds to cut it. And this time, you're going to fold it into thirds like that. Okay, so it's going to fold over. And then I'm just going to, and you want to get it as even as possible. Okay, as even as possible. All right. So it may take you a little bit. Again, and then let me switch it over. And then I have my thirds, okay? And I'm going to use orange. Okay? It doesn't matter what colors you use. If you want to use different colors, that's totally okay. Or you can use the same as mine. And so if these are halves, and I've folded these into thirds, I'm going to write 1/3, 1/3, 1/3. All right. And then one-third, so you can see it in word form as well. All right. Okay. Now I'm going to take my next one, all right, and we're going to be folding this one into fourths. So I'm going to take this one and I'm going to fold it in half, okay? I'm going to fold it in half, and then I'm going to fold it in half again. So what I did, I have my whole piece of paper. I folded it in half. And then when I had that folded in half, or that half folded, I folded it in half once more. Okay? Then I'm going to open it up. How many pieces do I have on this one? Good. We have 4 pieces. So I'm going to draw my line. And I have 1/4, 1/4, 1/4, 1/4. Okay. Miss Garza was not thinking. This is spelled fourth. Sorry about that. Okay. Sorry, F-O-U-R-T-H, 1/4. All right. Next, so now we have made a whole, a half, thirds, fourths. Okay. We're not going to be doing fifths. So I'm going to move on to sixths. Okay. And sixth is going to look really similar to how we did thirds. So I'm going to take my piece of paper and I'm going to fold it into thirds. And you're going to get as close as you can to thirds. Okay. And if you wanted to, you could line this up with your other piece of paper that would help you fold it better. You could line this up with your thirds if you wanted to help you fold it because you already have creases in that. So I folded it into thirds. I'm going to keep it folded and then I'm going to fold it in All right. So let me do that again. My piece of paper, I'm going to fold into thirds. So I just kind of bring it in together. All right, I have my thirds done, and then I'm going to fold those thirds in half. And now I have sixths. And again, you're going to draw your lines on the creases. And you're going to write 1/6, 1/6, 1/6, 1/6, 1/6, 1/6. Oh my, I don't know what was going on. Okay, and I'm going to write I am so sorry if you guys are seeing that. And I'm just going to write 1/6 on all of them, okay? So if you guys are having trouble with this, I hope that you are pausing your screen, your show, your video. Oh my. Okay. And then the last one that we're going to do is going to be eighths. So you're going to take your piece of paper, all right, your last strip. You're going to fold it in half, just like we did when we were making our halves. You're going to fold it in half again, just like we did when we were making our fourths. And then so you have this square, and then you're going to fold it in half again. All right. And then, so let me show you again. So here's my strip of paper, fold it in half, fold that in half, and then fold that last part in half. And when you're done, you should be able to open it up, and you're going to have eighths. So I'm going to draw my line. Okay. And I'm going to write, oops, sorry. I'm going to write 1/8, 1/8, 1/8, 1/8, all the way down. All right, so now I have my eighths, my sixths, my fourths, my thirds, half, and my 1 whole. Okay, so that was your lesson today. I know that that wasn't super exciting, but I need you guys to hold on to these this week, because we're going to be using them for our lessons throughout the rest of the week, especially when we start comparing fractions and we're looking at fractions that are bigger and smaller and fractions that are equivalent. We're going to be finding fractions that are the same size, even though they have different denominators, okay? So what I want you to do is I want you to send me a picture, or Mrs. Mays a picture of your attached fraction strips. All right. Have a great rest of your day.